Right, so this is for Rosh Hashana, for Tashlich. We are now Wednesday, 1 week before Rosh Hashana. This time next week will be Rosh Hashana, Mitzvah Hashem. And therefore, this is the last opportunity to talk about this before this Rosh Hashana. So let's quickly talk and explore the topic of Tashlich. It's a fascinating topic. I'll do it quickly because the hour is late, but there's a fabulous take-home that I saw in the writings of Rabbi Bernstein, quoting Dayan Weiss, of Osher Weiss, which I think is just priceless. Tashlich, the classic reason is that it's based on a pasuk in Micha. That the pasuk says, "V'sashtich m'tzoles yom kol chatoisom." It's on the first box. If you're listening online, please email me at j.golker@gmail.com. I'll send you the handout. And that pasuk is telling us that we cast the sins of Klal Yisrael into the depths of the sea. Now, the Ramah wrote another sefer, not so well known, called Teras Ha'olah. And in Teras Ha'olah, he says the following. He gives a different reason, which I only saw for the first time this year, that Rabbi Bernstein quotes. He says, "Minhag shel Yisrael," the minhag in the Jewish world is to go and do tashlich. Sheholchim al mayim, they go to water. V'orim tashlich b'mtzoles hayom. Ki min ha'mtzoles yam nika inyan brias ha'olam. When you go to the seashore, it's a very therapeutic thing. You stand by the sea and you can watch it for hours. I don't know what it is, but I think it's sort of a human nature that you can stand there and just watch the waves after waves. But what is it? Perhaps when you go to the seashores, you see brias ha'olam. Ki mitzoles yom. Because the time which is you're seeing how the world was before HaKadosh Baruch Hu sort of created it. It was just one big body of sea, and then HaKadosh Baruch Hu created it. And then you look at the sea and you realize actually HaKadosh Baruch Hu made gvulos, he made land and he made sea, and you realize HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world for a purpose, for human beings who are living on it. Therefore, we go to the waters on Rosh Hashana Shu Yom Hadin Losum Kol Echad Al Nafsha Inyan Brias Ha'olam V'Hashem Yis'aleh Melech Ha'aretz. To remember how life was before HaKadosh Baruch Hu split it, that He did split it. He split it in order that we could live on it, that we can fulfill the purpose of life, and therefore it sort of makes us realize about Hashem's kingship and the purpose of creation, and therefore it helps us reflect on all of those things. Fine, that's what the Ramah says in Teras Ha'olah. Other standard reasons given, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch brings a few of them. Perhaps the most famous one is the Maharil. The Maharil says, "La'achat tfilas mincha." This is the Kitzur speaking, quoting the Maharil. You go to the Nahar Lizkar Zechus HaAkedah, to remember the Akedah. Why? The Isa b'Medrash K'sheholach Avram Avinu im Yitzchak b'noi l'Akedah. When they went to the Akedah, Osa HaSatan es atzmo k'mo Nahar. The Satan wanted to do everything he could to stop Avram and Yitzchak going and performing the Akedah. So he fashioned himself into some sort of river, la'akvoi, to prevent Avraham and Yitzchak going to the Akedah. Va'ova Avram Avinu alav hashalom ben nahar at Savar, and they didn't want to be stopped. They waded into the river up to their necks. Va'oma hoshieni na ki bo mayim ad nofesh, quoting the Medrash there. So the Maharil says, therefore, because we do so many things for the Akedah, we also remembering the Akedah. Okay, and there are other reasons given. The Kitzur carries on and says, we're coronating God on Rosh Hashana. Days of old, you would go to a river because a river is l'ramish etimoshich malchusa. A river is flowing and is long, and therefore it's a portent that the king will have a long reign. And therefore, since we're coronating HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's an appropriate thing to do. Other reasons, interestingly, the Kitzur says, because it compares, we go to a river because there are fish there. Ideally, because we are compared to fish. For various reasons, I'm not going to read it all, either because we're trapped in some sort of net and we're fighting for our lives, that's one reason, or because there's no ayin hara, just like fish are hidden, so too we shouldn't be subject to ayin hara, or another interesting reason, fish don't have eyelids, and therefore their eyes are always open, which arouses compassion from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, should have rachmanos on us and sort of watch over us the whole time. Fine, various reasons. Says Rabbi Bernstein, a fabulous question. The most classic, famous reason given is because of the Akedah that the Maharil quotes. Why do we need to have a special ceremony later in the afternoon? Everyone's exhausted. You spend the whole morning in shul. You then have the meal, and at some point later in the afternoon, after mincha, before mincha, whatever your practice is, you go and do the Akedah to commemorate the Akedah. You've done so many things that day to commemorate the Akedah. Yet we blow the shofar. The ram's horn is to commemorate the ram of the Akedah. Number two, the laning on the second day of Rosh Hashanah is the story of the Akedah. The concluding section of Zichronos, we explicitly refer to the Akedah and to remember the Akedah, to remember us with mercy, And there are numerous references throughout the davening. So why do we need to add one more reference to the Akedah by doing Tashlich? It says the Minchas Osher, top of the next page. Fabulous. Venira. Da'af shekva tokanu b'shofar zeichel Akedas Yitzchok. We've blown the shofar as a commemoration of the Akedas Yitzchok. Roit simonu lahaskes mesiras hanefesh hamuflo shel Aviseinu hakadosha shelo zu bilvad shemechonim muzmonim hilomoves v'lahamis hakodesh shema gadol. We want to refer to one aspect of the Akedah which we have not mentioned properly till now, and that is that it nearly didn't happen. This Medrash tells us that the Akedah nearly didn't happen because the Sultan transformed himself into a river, which Avram Avinu and Yitzchak couldn't get through, and then they literally waded through up to their necks. They cried out Hashem, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu told the Sultan to go away, and the Noah parted and they went. What does that teach us? It would have been very understandable for them to turn back. The one aspect of the Akedah we want to mention about in the afternoon is this critical aspect that has not been mentioned yet, that sometimes you have an aspiration, you have a desire to do something good. We all want to be good. We all want to do great things. It's Rosh Hashana. And we think and we reflect on the year past, the year ahead, and we want to do great things. We want to be unbelievable spouses, unbelievable children, unbelievable parents, unbelievable members of Klal Yisrael. We want to involve ourselves in the tzibur, we want to have serious learning programs, whatever our aspirations are. But that's stage one. Stage two is once we do that, we aspire, the Sultan puts lots of barriers in our way. And he tries to do everything he can to prevent us achieving those lofty aspirations. This second aspect of the Akedah, Tashlich expresses it, that we are saying to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I've done stage one, but I want stage two, that I don't want any barrier to get in my way. And I'm showing a determination, a tenacity, that nothing is going to stop me. And therefore, when you walk to Tashlich and you're there, it's an opportunity to reflect that there are lots of rivers and obstacles in attempting to sort of stop us from aspiring to achieving the greatness that we desire to achieve. So this unexpressed aspect of the Akedah is really what the Tashlich is all about. That it's this aspect that the barriers, the rivers, as it were, that are trying to stop us from aspiring, achieving the aspirations and the greatness that we so desire, that we should have the determination and tenacity to overcome any hurdle that comes in our way.